Alright, now that we have navigation as far as camera is concerned, let's go on to navigating the objects in the scene. Okay? And the many modes there are to an object. So first off, if you click on an object with the left mouse button, you'll highlight it and you'll get this widget. Okay? And the starter widget is based upon whatever thing that you have on over here. Okay, so we have move, rotate, and scale. Okay, again, you can also highlight an object using the outliner, which is over here, which sometimes is faster. It's depending if you have a lot of objects and you renamed them all. Alright, so when you go to grab an object, you can grab an object using the white circle, which allows you to move it anywhere, but the problem with this is you can move it anywhere. So in other words, if I'm in this view and I go to like this, it looks like I just placed it over on the left, but I really placed it up and to the left. And if I move it over here, it looks like I placed it to the right, which I did, but now I pushed it down to the right. So this is not a good way to grab an object. Generally, you use the arrow tools. Okay, so you grab the arrow, move it around, and then if you need to switch angles, you can. So I can easily put this thing over here, but if I want to put it in the center, I would do that just by switching over the view, like that, and then switching over to another view to make sure that it's centered. So any two views will lock it into the position that you need. The other way to move something is numerically. So N on the keyboard, N is in number. You can then choose its location. Let's say I put it at 0. I can just highlight all these and type in 0. And that resets it back. Alright, so you can rotate the same way. You can rotate. And you can see there's a rotation white, which allows you to rotate everywhere. And you can see that over here. It was rotating on X, Y, and Z at the same time. Again, you can highlight all three of these at the same time. Type in 0 and it resets it. Or you can rotate it based on just Z, or just X, or just Y, depending on which one of these you grab. Again, you can also go over here and change it numerically, which is often sometimes the case. Cool. 0. Scale, same thing. Scale is you can scale. This one I do like the white because this is uniformly scaling it. So if you need to uniformly scale this, you can just use the white one. Or you can offset the scale by using any of the colored ones. Or if you want to reset it, you just go over here and type in 0. Oh, in this case 1 is the default value for any object that comes into the scene. And last but not least, I got this widget that's pretty useful. It does everything. So in other words, I can move something, I can rotate it too, and I can scale it also. And I can reset it all over here too. Alright, last but not least is the transform orientations, which is super important to learn. In other words, if I rotate this piece, let's say I rotate it like this, okay? Now if I went to move it, you can see that it's moving it up and down, left and right, but it's not moving it based upon this angle. What if I want to keep it that angle? So that's where local comes in. So local allows you to move it at the new angle that you put it at. So if I rotate it like this, I can now move it like that. Okay, so there's local and global, and those have to be in object mode in order to really take advantage of them. We're not in edit mode yet until the next unit. So for right now, we are strictly camera and object mode. There might be some tricks that I show you later on before the assignment, just to give you some advanced stuff to make a better product. But other than that, object mode. Alright, so now let's look at something else in the next video.